We live our daily lives under the constant, exhausting hum of a digital grid. Our pockets buzz with notifications, our screens demand immediate attention, and we navigate dense urban environments while largely detached from the physical elements around us. To manage this friction, we schedule every minute and answer every alert. We spend enormous amounts of energy micromanaging our surroundings and our feeds, operating under the assumption that if we react fast enough, we can maintain total control. But finding an antidote to this fatigue might require abandoning the very environment we are trying to control and leaving solid ground entirely. Learning to sail is a forced psychological reset. It replaces digital micro-distractions with a masterclass in active mindfulness, requiring you to trade your devices for a deep, tactile engagement with the natural world. The moment you step onto a boat and take the helm, the noise of the modern rush fades. It is replaced by the rhythmic lap of water against the hull and the clean snap of a sail catching the breeze. On land, ignoring a phone requires immense willpower. On a boat, it happens organically. You cannot mindlessly scroll a feed when your hands are steering and your eyes are scanning the water to track the subtle shifts in wind telltales. This relies on airfoil physics. The sail curves the wind, accelerating it over the outer surface to create lift and forward momentum. Simultaneously, the keel beneath works in opposition, pushing against the water to prevent sideways sliding, driving the boat straight ahead. Mastering these specialized mechanics is a requirement for safety. Every bowline, cleat hitch, or clove hitch serves a specific immediate purpose. The security of the entire vessel depends on the precision of each knot and the handling of each line. When your brain and body are collaborating to manage these physics, the anxiety of an unread email evaporates. The discipline demands a singular focus that leaves no processing power for digital noise. Using these manual tools, the nautical chart, dividers, and protractor, requires you to anticipate shifts in weather and tidal currents. You have to develop the ability to read cloud formations and plot a course without relying on a digital screen. These instruments do not give you authority over the ocean. They simply allow you to anticipate and react to conditions that you have no power to dictate. The water strips away any illusion of dominance. You cannot command the wind to blow harder, nor can you order the waves to flatten out. Spending hours reacting to the atmosphere rather than a personal schedule forces a change in perspective. When you stop fighting the environment and start working within its limits, you develop a practical adaptability that persists even after you return to the shore. Keeping a shifting vessel balance demands constant micro-adjustments from the core and legs, while hauling in sheets requires functional upper body strength. As seen here, leaning back over the water to counter the wind is an active, full-body workout. Yet this physical exertion is paired with a neurological calming effect. Marine biologist Wallace J. Nichols termed this the blue mind, describing the mildly meditative state our brains enter when we are on or near the water. The rhythmic sounds of the hull act as auditory white noise, while the visual simplicity of the horizon lowers stress hormones and quiets the internal monologue that is so hard to silence in the city. When you move to a larger vessel, you must also shed your personal ego. Every person aboard has a specific role, whether they are managing the jib sheets or keeping a lookout for hazards. Handling a sudden squall or executing a perfect tack requires calm, precise communication. Sharing that rhythm creates mutual trust and forges deep human bonds that are rarely replicated back on land. Stepping off the shore reveals a geography that remains invisible to those on land. You find secluded, misty anchorages and encounter marine life that only approaches a silent hull, undisturbed by the noise of a motor. Being on the water also provides a reversed perspective. Looking back from miles out at sea highlights how small our bustling coastal cities look when compared to the scale of the shoreline. There is a common misconception that this world is reserved for those who own luxury yachts. In reality, the global sailing community is accessible and eager to share their passion with beginners. The most practical way to start is on a small dinghy. These boats provide instant, direct feedback, letting you physically feel exactly how the wind and water interact with every move you make. You can join local sailing clubs as extra crew for casual races, or utilize boat-sharing rentals that remove the financial responsibilities of sole ownership. Taking these accessible steps opens the door to an entirely new relationship with the natural world, one defined by connection rather than control. At its core, sailing is a return to a beautifully simple partnership between human ingenuity and the raw forces of nature. The next time the relentless pace and digital chatter of the modern world becomes too much, look toward the horizon. It is waiting to offer true life-changing freedom. A Bus on a Dusty Road is about exploring life as a global citizen. To join our journey, subscribe to this channel, find the Dusty Roads podcast, and sign up for our newsletter via the link in the description.